We were holy warriors then, young men, itching for the battle, only to have arrived on the wrong coast. Humans Part 2, St. Matthew's Bay. The first of the Five Lords' forces landed on the northern coasts of Yama Falls, far east of the other crusading forces. 17 ships hit the beaches here, and troops poured out prepared for the fight. Led by the cleric warrior Sir Matthew, these forces sought a holy mission of conversion and the establishment of law and order for the orcs. They heard stories of the orcs having minds and spirits of their own, and Matthew smiled at the idea of civilizing this brutish horde. When they entered the coastal jungles, however, Matthew's expeditionary forces found not orcs, but another race of much larger people. Out of the rivers running north into the seas rose massive men, their heads like cows and horns like rams, their body covered with soaking wet hair. The massive man-creatures called themselves Inyathi, long-distant cousins of the Tatanka to the north. The Inyathi lived here in peace and harmony with the nature around them. Now word came back in those days to take the Inyathi's land and send them back to the northern lords as slaves. Matthew returned home to his fatherland, bringing the Inyathi chief with him to petition for the continued freedom of the villages. Warriors seized them in the court and tossed them into the dungeons. However, Matthew's story of mercy did not go unheard. It reached the ears of the Marquesian brothers. They snuck Matthew and the chief out of jail and gained them a small ship. Quickly, Matthew moved to return to the seas and reached the northern coast 2 weeks before the courier warriors could land. Matthew's soldiers had bonded with the locals over the months stationed there. Some even took wives from the natives. Matthew pulled on these connections to raise a stronghold against the courier invasion. Thus, rebellion was afoot, and Matthew and his men repelled the forces of the Red Corps. Now, without the backing of their lords, however, Matthew's humans became known as the Marquesian people, after the order of Sir Matthew's belonging. And upon his death, Matthew became Saint Matthew, and his memory provided name for the St. Matthew's Bay, which still holds the title to this day.